चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमावं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। अंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलं हैतगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानंद माधवं श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं श्री चैतन्येश्वरम्। So today we'll discuss on Lord Nityananda. Looks like today in Canada they are celebrating Lord Nityananda's appearance day. So Lord Nityananda is very important for us in our devotion life. The Shastra says that Nitayir Karuna have Braja Radha Krishna pave. By the mercy of Lord Nityananda, one can get Radha Krishna in Brajabhumi. Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram. ब्रजेंद्र नंदन जय सचिसुत हईल से बलराम हईल निताई। द्वापर युग कृष्ण बलराम, इन कलि युग दे केम आज गौर नित्यानंद टू टीच। कृष्ण केम टू टीच पीपल बाय हिज ओन प्रैक्टिस, by showing them how to practice bhakti unto him. So that is very interesting. That is one importance. Another importance is Gaur Nityananda Sarva Avatar Sarasiramani Nitai Gaura Chandra. Sarva Avatar Sarasiramani, crest jewel of all the incarnations or forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Nitai Gaura Chandra. So, Nitai Gauranga, because we take shelter of, we get Gauranga Mahaprabhu, take shelter, when we take shelter of Nityananda, we get Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is combination of Radha and Krishna. So thus, Nityananda Prabhu plays very important role in our life, and we take shelter of Lord Nityananda's lotus feet, because Nitayir Charana Satya Tahara Sevaka Nitya. The only truth on this earthly planet is lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And whoever takes shelter, lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, whoever becomes servant of Lord Nityananda, is eternally successful. So Lord Nityananda appeared on this earthly planet in a village called Ekachakra, a very ancient village. The name of that village has been mentioned in Mahabharata. That is the place where Panchapandavas, when they were exiled and staying incognito, that time they were residing in that village, Ekachakra. Of course, that village name is now changed, and the name is given Birchandrapur. Birchandrapur, after the name of son of Lord Nityananda, Birchandra. So his father and mother, Harai Pandit and Padmavati, And marriage of Harai Pandit and Padmavati was very interesting. Padmavati was the daughter of a great landlord called, his name was Mukut Narayan from Mayureshwar region. That when Padmavati was growing, the young girl, mother was very worried, no marriage arranged for her daughter. Previously the boys and girls used to marry from very young age, not like nowadays, wait up to 25, 30 years, then get married, not like that. So girl is growing and mother is very worried for the marriage of Padmavati. Same time father was very indifferent for the marriage of his daughter. And Padmavati one day she was pushing, chasing. She was very disturbed, and she told to her husband, Padmavati's father, that we don't think about daughter's marriage. Then Mukut Narayan became very upset. He said, okay, you want to give your daughter marriage, tomorrow morning whomever I will see first, I will give my daughter to him. Then Padmavati became more worried. Who knows whom he will see first? What kind of candidate? They knew everything is arranged by the Lord. Next day early morning when Mukut Narayan woke up, through the window he saw a first person was Harai Pandit, who was plucking flowers for the temple. So then he said, okay, I will give my daughter Padmavati to Harai Pandit. Thus, they married Nityananda, father, mother. So Nityananda Prabhu, they had 7 brothers, something like that. Nityananda was eldest. But he was very dear to all village people. And Harai Pandit would love so much Nityananda. Wherever he would go for agriculture work or for doing some puja in his Jajaman's house, he would take Nityananda with him. If for any reason Nityananda would go behind, then 100 times he would look, where is my Nityananda? That much love and affection he had towards Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu, from his childhood, his play was, his game was, he was arranging the play act of different Puranic pastimes like Krishna's birth pastimes, Kaliya Damana pastimes, Ramchandra pastimes, then Vamana pastimes. A small boy, then people would ask her, Nitai, where did you learn all these things? Nityananda would smile and say, oh, these are all my pastimes. So people, they would not understand what he is talking about. They would just laugh at him. Then Nityananda Prabhu, he grew up to 12 years. One sannyasi came and he was welcomed nicely in the house of Harai Pandit. So next day when he leave, he asked Harai Pandit, please give your eldest son Nityananda with me. So I am doing Tirthayatra, I will take care of him very nicely, like my life and soul. Also, I will show him all the Tirtha place with all the ritualistic ceremonies. But Harai Pandit was very disappointed. But anyway, following the examples given in scripture, he said, it is my duty to fulfill the desire of saintly personalities. So Harai Pandit Padmavati agreed to give Nityananda Prabhu The sannyasi took Nityananda and went, left. Then Harai Pandit, he did not eat for 3 months in separation from Nityananda. Then he left his body, just like Dasarath left body when Ram and Lakshman went to forest. Same way, Harai Pandit also left his body. So, Nityananda Prabhu, accompanying this sannyasi, traveled all over India. He went to North India, Vrindavan, and from there went to South India, again come back to Vrindavan, and on the way he met Madhavendra Puri. He met Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri was very happy to see Lord Nityananda. He gave initiation to Lord Nityananda just like Ishwar Puri gave initiation to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Lord Nityananda stayed in Vrindavan. He knew Gauranga Mahaprabhu had appeared in Navadip. When Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared in Navadip, that time Nityananda Prabhu was there in Ekachakra. And it has been described at the time when Lord Gauranga appeared, Nityananda Prabhu made a loud sound. Everybody scared. Where the sound is coming from? He made big hunkar like this. So, but he did not join Mahaprabhu until he started Sankirtan movement. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, from his childhood, he was not so much into devotion. Rather more, he was enjoying Vidyarasa, learning, grammar, logic, etc. But when he went for Pitru Shraddha to Gaya, to offer Shraddha to his father, and there he saw Vishnu Padapadma, took initiation from Ishwar Puri. On the way back, he saw Krishna at Kanai Narsala. So that is the first point. That Krishna appeared to him. Then Krishna left, disappeared. Gauranga Mahaprabhu developed his mood of separation. Viraha bhava. Kaha Krishna, kaha jabo, kaha pavo, murali badan. Where shall I go? Where can I find that boy holding flute on his mouth? Then he came back. He started his Sankirtan movement. In due course of time, all the Vaishnavas, they had come from different parts and settled on the bank of Ganga. And they are ready to join the Hare Krishna movement that Mahaprabhu will inaugurate. And all those Srivas, Thakur, Advaita Acharya, everybody, they came and joined Gauranga Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement. Then when Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement picked up, then Nityananda Prabhu knew now Sankirtan movement has started, so I have to go. So Nityananda Prabhu came Mayapur and he was staying in the house of Nandanacharya. So one day Gauranga Mahaprabhu told devotees that just within 3-4 days, one Mahapurush, a great personality coming to Navadip. So devotees are thinking some new pastimes will start. Then one day, early morning, devotees had come to meet Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then Mahapurush said that today I saw a dream. In dream I saw a huge chariot, Taladhwaja chariot came and stopped in front of my house. There was sitting a huge personality with Prakanda Sharir, huge body, wearing a blue cloth, blue turban on his head, and he had one earring another earring is there missing. That very nice pastime also. What happened to the other earring in that regard? And also he was holding a gada, a plow, and one stick in one side. There is a commando. He saw in dream Gauranga Mahaprabhu. The chariot stopped. That personality was asking many times, 10, 20 times, is this Nimai's house? Is this Nimai's house? Is this Nimai's house? Then Mahaprabhu came out of his house and asked, "O gentleman, who are you?" Then that person smiled. "Oh, I am your brother. Very soon you will see me." Then his dream broke. So Mahaprabhu said, "I'm sure that personality must have come to Navadip. Oh Srivas, Haridas, you please go and look for that great personality, that Mahapurusha Harijihi." And they went searching all over Navadip. They could not find out Nityananda Prabhu. They came back to Mahaprabhu and informed him about their unsuccessful attempt searching for Lord Nityananda. Then Mahaprabhu said, "How can you find Nityananda? You are searching to find him by your naked eyes. But unless I show you Nityananda, you cannot see him. Come with me." So all devotees doing Nam Sankirtan, they started their journey to search for Lord Nityananda. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he entered into Nandanacharya's house where Lord Nityananda was staying. So when they entered, all the devotees, they saw Lord Nityananda, a huge personality, sitting on the veranda of their house, that Nandanacharya's house. So in this way, Lord Gauranga met Nityananda. Nityananda was huge, big body. So Lochanda Thakur Das describing in one of his songs that when Nityananda Prabhu would chant and dance, roll on the ground, it would look like Sonar Parvatajana Dhulate Lotai. A golden mountain is rolling on the ground. It would look like that. So then when after a long time Lord Nityananda saw Gauranga, both are looking at each other. Nobody understands what is going on. So to reveal the glories of Lord Nityananda, Mahaprabhu told Mukunda, they chant one verse from Bhagavatam. So Mukunda chanted one verse describing the beautiful form, beauty of Lord Sri Krishna. Then as soon as Nityananda Prabhu heard that, he could not control himself. He was filled with Krishna Prema. Then he jumped up and started to dance with the devotees who were doing kirtan. Tumultuous kirtan started, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu was jumping so ecstatically. He was jumping so high and falling on the ground. Devotees are scared that he may break his bones. So then many devotees tried to stop Nityananda. 20 people trying to catch hold of him, but they could not control Lord Nityananda. Nityananda is Baladev. He has so much strength. Baladev. From Baladev is Mula Sankarsan, Mahasankarsan, Mahavishnu, Gardhaksha Vishnu, Hridaksha Vishnu, then Sesa. Means Baladev's expansion of expansion of expansion of expansion of expansion is Sesa, Ananta Sesa. That Ananta Sesa is so powerful The whole universe is lying on his head like a dust. He doesn't recognize. If the sixth expansion of Lord Balaram is so powerful, then how powerful will be Balaram himself? Just imagine. And how can these 20 people catch hold of him? So they are unsuccessful. Then Mahaprabhu went, embraced Lord Nityananda. Then Nityananda Prabhu, when came in contact with the Lord Gauranga, he completely cooled down. He cooled down. Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu picked up Lord Nityananda, placed him on his lap. So Lord Nityananda was completely cooled down. So Acharya is describing, Vrindavan Das Thakur describing that Nityananda is Ananta Sesa and Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Vishnu. Usually Vishnu is lying on serpent, but now it's opposite. The Ananta Sesa is lying on Vishnu's lap. So then Mahaprabhu gave a place to Lord Nityananda in Srivas Thakur's house. Srivas Thakur, wife Malini, was very affectionate and would take care of Lord Nityananda like her son. And Lord Nityananda had so much affection, motherly affection towards Malini, that is, she was a very old lady, but Lord Nityananda would approach her, so much milk would come, Lord Nityananda would drink her breast milk, very childhood mood. So Lord Nityananda, many interesting pastimes. He is known as Abadhut because his behavior is very strange, sometimes very abnormal. Sometimes people would misunderstand Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu, one day, he was in Srivasangan and Nityananda Prabhu was there in Srivasangan. So Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, we are staying in Grihastha house, we should behave properly. Then Nityananda said, yes, I always behave properly. I never do anything wrong, only mad people, they misbehave, they behave improperly. Nityananda, what misbehave you see in me? Lord Gauranga said, yes, you are throwing rice in everyone's house. When looks like when Nityananda would eat, from his plate he would just throw rice all over the house. Because he always in trance, in different mood. He always, most of the time, is bereft of external consciousness. And Mahaprabhu said, yes, you are throwing rice all over the house. Mahaprabhu said, hey, don't tell me like this. Only mad people, they do like this. I am not a mad people. You are just giving accusation on my name so that you will not call me to your house to feed. So after saying this, then Nityananda Prabhu, he took away his cloth that he was wearing, making himself completely naked, and he put that cloth on his head as a turban. And Mahaprabhu said, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just now, right now you said that you are not mad. What are you doing? And Nityananda was loudly laughing and laughing and laughing. Then Mahaprabhu personally has to take a cloth and put, then he would put on cloth, he would put cloth on Lord Nityananda. So this kind of pastimes happens, and Malini would see many interesting pastimes. One day, Malini, the wife of Srivas Thakur, was cleaning the utensils of the deity utensils, and she had one brass ghee lamp, and while she was cleaning, one crow came and picked up that brass lamp and flew away. Malini was very worried. Then after some time that crow came, empty mouth, did not bring back that brass lamp. So Malini was crying. Srinivas Thakur will come to know, then he will chastise that I lost this brass pot, brass lamp. She was sitting and crying. At that time, Nityananda Prabhu arrived. Nityananda Prabhu asked, what happened to you? Why are you crying? And she informed Nityananda, see, this bird came, took the brass lamp. Now he is coming with that lamp with empty mouth. And when Srinivas will come, then he will become very angry upon me. Lord Nityananda said, oh, don't be worried. I will bring back your brass ghee lamp. Then Nityananda told to crow, oh crow, go bring back that brass lamp. The crow flew. Malini was watching. And after a few minutes, the crow came back with the brass lamp. Malini was surprised. She realized that Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then she started to glorify Lord Nityananda, that how this is not a great surprising thing, that by his order, this bird brought back this brass lamp. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, when Krishna Balaram was studying in Sandipani Muni's ashram, after completion of their education, they asked that Gurudev, we want to give some dakshina. What do you want? So Sandipani Muni knows they are Bhagavan. Then he said, my son has died, please bring him back. Then Krishna Balaram went to Yamaloka and brought back his Guru's son. Same thing happened also when Krishna Balaram went to Mathura, met Mother Devaki. Devaki asked that you are Bhagavan. So I lost my 6 sons. They died as soon as they took birth. Kansa killed them. I want to see them. Please bring them back. Then Krishna Balaram went in Sutala, and these boys were staying with Bali Maharaj. Then Krishna Balaram brought them back. So like this many instances Malini Mata gave to Nityananda Prabhu. You are that Supreme Personality of Godhead who can bring back the Guru's son from Yamaraj, Devaki's sons from Sutala Loka, and by your order this brass lamp I have got back. What a big deal. No, it's very simple things for you. Then Nityananda Prabhu said, I am very hungry, please give me something to eat. Then Malini Mataji, she offered 5 sandesh to Lord and brought to give and served to Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda ate 1 sandesh and other 4 sandesh he threw on the courtyard. Very upset. Why did you serve me 5 sandesh at a time? You should serve me 1 sandesh, I eat, then you serve another sandesh. Then Malini said, now you threw the sandesh, what will you eat? Then Nityananda said, you go to the altar, you will find those sandesh. Then when Malini went inside the deity room, she was surprised. Those 4 sandesh Nityananda Prabhu threw to the courtyard was there at the altar. And she brought back. Said, what happened? How did the sandesh came to the altar? Nityananda said, one who threw, he brought it back. So like this, many mysterious pastimes took place. Nityananda Prabhu was very much engaged in Sankirtan movement with the Gauranga Mahaprabhu. At one point, Gauranga Mahaprabhu decided to take sannyas. He told Nityananda Prabhu also. So then Gauranga Mahaprabhu went to Katwa, took sannyas, and Nityananda Prabhu joined and went and Mahaprabhu was heading towards Vrindavan. But Nityananda Prabhu tricked him, showing Ganga, told him this is Jamuna. Then through Ganga he brought him back to Santipur. Then Santipur, Advaitacharya's house, all devotees of Navadvip came, met Mahaprabhu. Sachi Mata also met Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu left for Puri, Sri Kshetra Puri Dham. By the request of his mother, Sachidevi, Mahaprabhu was planning to go to Vrindavan. The mother said, no, you go to Puri. The Puri is closer so that I can get some news from you. Devotees from here, they regularly visit Puri. So Mahaprabhu, along with Nityananda, Jagadananda Pandit, Damodar, then one more, some 4 devotees, they accompanied Mahaprabhu. Then they left for Jagannath Puri. So on the way also different pastimes took place. And when they came closer to Lord Jagannath Puri and Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu taking sannyas, he had a danda. And Jagadananda used to take care of this danda. One day Mahaprabhu was not there with the group and Jagadananda had to go for begging. Because sannyasis they live on begging from house to house. So then Nityananda Prabhu was alone. Nityananda Prabhu looked upon this danda, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's danda. Then Nityananda Prabhu said, "Oh danda, you have become so great. The Vishwambhar, Nimai, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is my Lord. I carry Gauranga Mahaprabhu in my heart. And that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, will carry you. And you are riding on his shoulder." So saying like this, he broke the danda 3 pieces and threw it into the river. So when Jagadananda Pandit came, there is no danda. Who is danda? Who broke the danda? Nityananda said, one who carries danda, he broke the danda. Jagadananda became very worried. When Mahaprabhu will come, he will get very upset. And when Mahaprabhu came and asked, who broke this danda? Jagadananda said, Nityananda broke. How did you break my danda? Nityananda said, oh, what a big deal. One piece of bamboo. Bamboo stick I broke. Mahaprabhu said, what? This is bamboo stick, all devatas are residing here in my danda. And they saying bamboo stick. Mahaprabhu become very upset. And that place, Dandabhanga, river is still there before we reach Puri. Then Mahaprabhu said, I will not go with you. I said, you go alone first, I go after, or you go first, or I go first, you go afterwards. Then devotee Jagadananda Pandit said, okay, you go first, we will go afterwards. Then Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri. So then after 2 months, Mahaprabhu went to South India. And when he came back, then Gaudiya devotees had come to meet Mahaprabhu also before Rath Yatra. So all Gaudiya devotees, one after one, they all left for Gauda Desh, Bengal. Nityananda Prabhu had great desire to stay with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But one day Gauranga Mahaprabhu called Nityananda Prabhu, said you should go to Gauda Desh, Bengal. There you must spread the holy name. So very reluctantly with heavy heart, Nityananda Prabhu has to leave to follow the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then Nityananda Prabhu came. Premer Banya Loya Nitai Aila Gauda Deshe. He came to Gauda Desh being the flood of love of Godhead. Dubila Bhakata Jana Dina Hina Bhase. The devotees, they drowned, and Dina Hinas, they are floating in that flood of love of Godhead. When Nityananda Prabhu came, there many different pastimes took place. So Nityananda Prabhu, though he was sannyas at that time, but his behavior is very strange, very difficult to understand his behavior. Then he was wearing very expensive silk cloths, different color cloth instead of wearing sannyasi cloth, and he was wearing many jewelries. So people are criticizing him. One Brahman who was very much devoted to Gauranga Mahaprabhu went to Puri and informed Mahaprabhu what this Nitai is doing. Then Mahaprabhu explained the glories of Nityananda. Don't criticize Nityananda. He is great personality, Mahapurusha. He is self-controlled. So then when he was in Navadip, just staying on solitary place, wearing so much golden ornaments, some dacoits, the worshipper of Chandis, they thought, wow, very good. Now this Nitai wearing so much golden ornaments, staying alone, solitarily in one place, we should go and plunder everything from him. So Nityananda was doing this pastime just to deliver. Even if these plunderers, the dacoits, Nityananda Prabhu delivered Jagai Madhai. Now he said, Papi Tapi Jata Chila, Hariname Uddharila, Tar Saki Jagai Madhai Re. So Jagai Madhai was delivered because of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu requested Mahaprabhu to deliver Jagai Madhai. Nityananda Prabhu is the one who went to make Jagai Madhai chant Hare Krishna. He is the one who was hurt by Madhai. Nityananda Prabhu is the one who told Mahaprabhu that I give the result of all my past activities of previous lives. Please in reciprocation you give love of Godhead to Jagai Madhai. So that is Nityananda Prabhu. So that Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. And these dacoits are thinking to steal all his ornaments. The first day they came, they are waiting. Then they fall sleep. By the time they woke up, it was early morning. It was morning time, sun rising, so they could not steal. Next time again they came. Then they saw many soldiers surrounding the house of Lord Nityananda's house. The next day they came. Then Indra made a huge storm and rain. So they become blind. All the dacoits, they fell into the ditch, bitten by scorpions and all the insects. Somehow or other they escaped. That day they could not steal. Then the Daku Sardar, the chief of this group, the worshipper of Chandi, then he came to Nityananda Prabhu, then took shelter of Lord Nityananda. So Nityananda spread glories of holy name in Bengal. Then he married to Jannava Mataji, the daughter of Surya Sen, Jannava Mataji. Then they asked, what dowry you want? Then he said, I want, Surya Sen had two daughters, Jannava and Vasudha. Nityananda's marriage was arranged with Jannava. And what dowry you want? Then Nityananda said, I want Vasudha as the dowry. So thus he married both the sisters or both the daughters of Surya Sen Das. And because Nityananda was Balaram has Revati and Baruni, two wives. Same way Nityananda has two wives, Jannava and Vasudha. Jannava was Ishwari, great personality, and within the womb of Vasudha, Nityananda Vasudha, Mother Vasudha, gave birth to Birchandra and Ganga Mata. So then they started to live in Khardha. That place is still there, Khardha, where Nityananda Prabhu was residing. Then later on, he went to Ekachakra, and it is believed, people they say, he merged into the deity of Bankarai. That deity is there. And both the side of Bankarai, there is Jannava and Vasudha as witness. The Lord Nityananda merged into that deity. So Nityananda's birthplace, Ekachakra, is still there. We are developing very nice project. That place, a beautiful temple. We have planned to build a guest house. the flavor of that place is very special. It's like Vrindavan there. So this is how Lord Nityananda completed his pastimes in this Kali Yuga. जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, जय लॉर्ड नित्यानंद की जय, पिता गौस्तनाथ प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल हरि बोल।